Welcome back. Well, today I have Young Kim here, who is our California representative for the 40th District. Welcome back. How are you?
Thank you for having me back, Lisa. I'm doing good.
You're welcome. And I know you just went on a whirlwind trip, just got back yesterday. Yes. So you're here to tell us all about that, and
Sure.
I appreciate it.
I see the picture over there. So as chairwoman of the Indo-Pacific of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, I joined Chairman Michael McCall, who serves as chairman of the overall committee. So it was a bipartisan delegation of 9 members. We went to visit with our allies and partners in the region. Okay. We went to Japan, South Korea, and Taiwan to rally support for discussing the potential contingency plans should there be a conflict in the Taiwan Strait. Mm-hmm. As you saw, our delegation was welcomed. Before we landed in Taiwan, China sent 3 fighter vessels in the Taiwan Strait. Mm-hmm. It was clearly an intimidation tactic, but we were not deterred by that. We were there on a mission to talk to our allies to start the conversation. Right. Now, not later, before the conflict begins. And so the message was very clear. Our allies and friends were telling us that we need to do more to bring our allies and protect Taiwan should there be a conflict there. And they want us to do more in that regard.
Well, I'm sure they do, but you know, it seems like most of our efforts really are with Ukraine. So how do you divvy up all of our resources?
So our allies actually were telling us, Japan and South Korea, for example, they see a lot of parallel with what Russia's invasion in Ukraine is to potential Chinese Communist Party wanting to take over Taiwan. Obviously, we don't want any war. We want peace and freedom, and that's what we heard from our friends. But this conversation we're having with Japan and South Korea about Taiwan is something that we would not have had even just a few years ago. Right. So the tension in the peninsula, because you know what, the parallel is this. Northeast Asia is critical strategic region for us in Indo-Pacific. Mm-hmm. So they want to make sure that their support is there, but they also want United States to show leadership. They will be there to stand with United States in terms of supporting Taiwan, but we also need to show our strength. And so what we showed the weakness during the August 2021 with the Afghanistan, they saw weakness. This is what caused Russia to invade Ukraine. The weakness is also watched by Xi Jinping in China, North Korea's Kim Jong-un with potential threat in South Korea. So they're watching our leadership very carefully. So we need to lead. How do we do that? We need to lead by projecting the strength. And that's what we were trying to do, talking to our friends and allies in the Indo-Pacific, telling them the United States is there, we're ready to provide any support. That's what we need to do. Taiwan, they already purchased and paid for, and we have not delivered $19 billion of arms that they already purchased. So this is what we need to do first. Taiwan and the people of Taiwan have the resiliency, just like the Ukrainians. They can defend themselves, but they need help. They want those arms that they pay for. That's what we came back, and that's what we're going to try to do. Talk to the Department of State, Department of Defense, find out why the delay is, and where we can redirect our efforts and bring those arms and deliver that to Taiwan that they already paid for.
Well, it was a step in the right direction. You've got lots of great information now. Good luck to you and the rest to get most of that done.
Yes,
so we'll look forward to hearing about that. So now the debt ceiling. Boy, there's been a lot of talk about that, and I'm sure that our residents are not very happy about hearing about potential Social Security and Medicare cuts.
Well, let me be very clear on this one too. As we continue our conversation and the debate, I know Speaker Kevin McCarthy is also calling on President Biden. After the first initial meetings that were already like a couple months ago, we are ready to have another conversation. So we are talking to them about the various options to make sure that our financial status in the world is protected, but also at the same time, as we debate this debt ceiling, we need to make sure that we protect Social Security and Medicare. These are the funds that seniors worked all their lives.
Right.
We want to make sure that they are insured, that it's protected, and that's the conversation. That is going to be off the table, for example.
Yeah.
Don't touch that. I've talked about this before when I was on the show with you, but not raising the debt ceiling.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the last option for us, at least not for me, because again, the debt ceiling conversation is about what we need to do to pay for the stuff that we already spent.
Right.
So that's the discussion. I just hope that our leaders will come together and have a serious, honest conversation to get this discussion going.
Right, and there's many representatives and folks in our legislature who are saying these things and who are saying that what we're hearing potentially are lies and it's really not going to happen and this and that. So good to know that you're on the inside to tell us all the details. So you are working on a bill that is for business owners that are 65 and over. Is there an issue with them right now?
No. Last cycle, I introduced golden premiership legislation. We ran out of time in terms of getting that through the finish line. So I'm reintroducing it. And the reason for that is, for the last decade, the people between the ages of 50 and 60, they are the most number of people that are launching to start a new businesses. And those between the 55 and 65 are the business owners that have the most number of businesses open, and they are the largest employers. Yet, they have the professional experience and personal experience. But when they start a new business, after they gain all of this experience working for another company, for example, they need additional help to adapt to ever-changing technologies.
Yes.
So that's where this training program will come in through my golden premiership legislation. So that's the purpose of it. This time we're introducing it early, so we have the rest of 118 Congress to work on and get it through the finish line.
Okay, and so it would introduce them to obviously different types of technology and computers and internet. How would you utilize that? Would it go through a school?
Actually, the program called the SCORE, which is administered through the Small Business Administration. So it will enhance the existing SCORE program, but focus on providing them with the technology. Probably, there's so many. It will really enhance them with the new tools they need to understand. Used to be you had to hire an accountant, but now we have so many different type of accounting tools that you can use. But more important, everybody's on internet, online. Everything is done without actually being in person to provide the type of services that we have come to know traditionally. So this type of training will help our seniors over the age of 60 especially to be better equipped with new technologies.
I love it. Thank you. That is a good thing. And of course, you have an office that folks can come in, call. What are your office hours? And
so in Laguna Woods, we have a mobile office hours, and it's on third Thursday of every month. So this month in Laguna Woods, we'll be here on April 20th from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. So please contact us. We have two district offices, one in Mission Viejo and at the City Hall, and the other one is right here at the Laguna Woods.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Very nice to see you, and thank you for all the work that you do.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. If you want more information about anything that's going on with Young Kim, you can go to youngkim.house.gov. We'll be right back.